The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi! It's another Tuesday, which means another 45 minutes spent with coffee break. And today, I think...
Hindi nagsasalita.
Ba't hindi ka nagsasalita? Anyway, today we're going to take a break from regular programming to focus on what has been occupying the entire nation, may it be in terms of our energy, our thoughts, our efforts, which is Typhoon Yolanda.
Yeah. I think that's why hindi kami masyadong nagsasalita.
So we are going to take 45 minutes of silence.
To be one with the people. No, I think that this is such an important event for the country because it made us realize just how prepared we need to be in the future, right? We had here in our show before Sec Lucille Ziring, who's the current head of Climate Change Commission, and she kept telling us that we're number 3 for lack of preparedness, if I'm not mistaken.
It was
right?
vulnerability to climate change.
Right, vulnerability to climate change. And I think what happened recently is if there's anything, it shows us that there's so many things that we need to do so that disasters like this could be prevented, or at least so that it doesn't impact us at such magnitude. And I think today what we want to focus on also are our action steps, but then also like what are the heroic stories that we saw the past few days.
Although, just picking up on your thought, I don't think there's really a way to prepare for a storm that's
also
this big. No, because this storm has been called the worst storm in human history, recorded in human history, and it broke a lot of records.
Yeah.
And I remember the day before the storm, I was reading the news, I was geeking out on storms, and one of the scientists said, this just broke the scale, because the scale in Hawaii was until 8 only, and this was at 8.1. And he said, I've never seen anything of this magnitude before. So I was thinking about preparedness, and in a way, the local governments were a bit more prepared than before. A few days before, they started forcing people to evacuate. But then we also have to consider that preparedness isn't just supposed to be a few days before. It's really a long-term thing. It's urban planning. It's capacity building for people. So, there.
And a lot of the people affected were by the by the baybay. Coastal areas. So kapag ganon, we did a couple of videos on disaster risk resiliency. And talaga namang kailangan meron kang nakahandang plan to move the people out way in advance and in an area where talagang malayo sila from there. But like you said, malayo pa rin yung kailangan nating, marami pa tayong kailangan gawin. So yes, I also believe that the typhoon Yolanda was far too strong, but we could have been more prepared also.
Speaking on a more personal note, the community that I work with in Malapascua Island, which is in northern Cebu, was very badly hit. I've been working with the community for almost 2 years. So seeing all the pictures of the place that I used to live in and I didn't recognize it, it's really, really difficult. But there were 0 casualties, so that's something to be thankful for. And one thing because usually during past typhoons and other things like this, I was never super active. Like, I would just put together things and help pack and whatever. But now, I am sort of in the other end, organizing and being a recipient of goods and of money. And I have to say that social media has been extremely helpful. And it's been a very powerful tool in getting efforts out there, receiving money from all over the world, and finding people, making sure that people are okay. So there, just have to put that out there.
Tas walang follow-up na comment.
Hindi, okay. May follow-up comment. Kasi this morning, nung nagbabasa ako, I can't focus on my day job. But anyway,
Totoo
None of us
yan.
can. Parang
none of us
Grabe.
can.
Sorry, like the other day, we imposed a limit on ourselves na, oy, by 10 o'clock magkatrabaho na tayo. But no.
Kasi talaga, oo, parang alas 2 na pala, wala pa akong natatrabahong trabaho.
Exactly. But anyway, so this morning I was reading this article, 10 things that you shouldn't do in social media in the middle of a calamity, something
Yeah.
like that. So one was like, don't post selfies.
That's so annoying. Sorry. I'm really annoyed at people in my friends list who are just outfit of the day. And I'm like, wow, thank you.
Talaga? Meron. No, I was thinking
it's
about...
annoying kasi parang, can you imagine you're drowning out the more important posts or the more posts that are relevant? I mean, I don't usually hate people who post their outfits for the day, but I just think it's not...
do.
It's
Joke.
not you hate them on a regular basis.
Oo naman. No, I'm not... Okay, so nung isang araw, someone posted my favorite ramen. Tapos nasa kalagitnaan ka ng paghahanap ng malinis na panty para sa mga taong wala ng bahay, di ba? Tapos biglang, my favorite ramen, wow, what a comfortable life. So but I stopped myself out of respect for people. Everyone has their, their own world. While I'd like to be respectful to these people who will not stop to post their really good food and really fabulous outfits online. Nakalimutan ko yung thought ko.
Sabi mo, i-defend mo yung sarili mo.
Hindi, i-defend ko sila.
I-defend mo sila.
Sige, defend mo
Okay.
muna sila.
Kasi life goes on for other people, di ba? And hindi naman kailangan na puro... Actually, ako mas naaasar ako dun sa mga posts na hindi nakakatulong. Yung nagsispread lang ng negativity na si Pinoy nag-walk out, ganyan, or whatever. And there's looting without anything constructive about it.
Yeah.
My point is, for both those who are posting selfies, because these are the ones that are being criticized now, di ba?
Yeah.
Let's be responsible with what we communicate because communication is a responsibility. Siguro kung yung lahat ng nasa network, ng nasa friends list mo are people who are from Leyte, huwag ka na mag-post ng ramen, di ba? Yung
Pakiramdaman.
Oo.
Sense.
Ngayon, kung lahat naman...
Ginagutom mo.
Correct. Kung lahat kayo nasa lookbook, edi go lang. Outfit of the day ka. Pero kung hindi, bawal lang maka-appreciate. And what's the point? If all you really want... what's the point? Try to ask yourself, what's the purpose of what you're posting? Whatever it is, whether it's whether it's about the calamity, whether it's about yourself, before you actually
Siguro
post.
now is just not the time to gloat. I mean, people can enjoy the fruits of their hard work, right? I mean, for all I know, that favorite ramen was her reward for herself because she did so many relief efforts pala before that. But I guess nga, now's not
That's
the time
right,
to brag
pwede.
and to gloat
Oo.
about
But
your
you can.
luxuries
I mean,
in life.
don't stop celebrating your life. You should. Pero intindihin mo rin kung saan kang area nagse-celebrate. Pwede ka naman mag-celebrate sa loob ng bahay mo eh.
Yeah.
Diba?
Bakit
Magdiwang
mo
ka.
kailangan
Bakit?
i-post? Yun yung...
Kung ang lahat ng makakabasa hindi makaka-appreciate nun, bakit mo pa kailangang i-post yan?
Fair enough.
Okay, next topic, no?
Parang
Bitching session pala.
heat from
I mean, go for it. Kung meron, own it. A lot of people have been placing disclaimers. Sorry, but it's really my day off, so now I get to spend time at the beach. Siyempre, kapag you're looking for donations from all over the world, medyo gaganyan ka, di ba? Pero, day off niya eh. All the rest of the days of the year, I know she's actually a very responsible
person.
Siguro meron lang akong comment dun sa isa mong sinabi na don't post anything negative. Be more responsible about what you post. Although for me naman, kasi I was parang in area na wala akong access to internet during the weekend. And if it weren't though, parang for people messaging each other, parang in the chat about Pinoy walking out or bakit ganun si Pinoy, I wouldn't have found out about it. So siguro may merit din naman yung mga comments or feedback like that. It's just that siguro people should really be able to do it in moderation and in proper context.
And be responsible because he did not walk out. See? Alam mo yun, yung hindi... okay na ba? Kasi maraming nagko-comment na parati doon kami nag-agree eh. So,
nag-aaway kami today.
Inaaway ko si Lynn.
Pero pagkatapos ng show na hindi kami magkaibigan.
Oo, wala nang coffee break.
Wala lang coffee break.
Last episode.
Tatlo nga lang kami ngayon eh. Okay, anyway, so let's
Just be responsible.
yeah.
So the
That's
bottom
it.
line is just be responsible for what you post and where you post it and
Yeah.
when you post it. Although this is a very general rule that actually people should follow.
Yeah. my
no,
gosh.
just during
But
crime.
much more so in times like
Oh,
this.
yeah. in
Para
crisis.
yung ano eh, pumunta ka sa Lamay, tapos biglang
May jump shots ka.
Gano'n. Yun lang.
Or
Yun lang po.
nakatube-top ka kasi gigimik ka after.
Correct. Tama naman.
Or after the
Tama
week,
naman.
gigimik ka. Yes.
Okay, so now we're gonna be talking about
May jump, sorry.
effort.
Can't get over my
Hindi siya makaget over dun sa suggestion.
May jump
Sa example. Ay, jump shot. Akin pala yun. That's so funny. Anyway. Okay, anyway, so now we're going to be talking about relief efforts that have caught our eye. This would be in our normal show the top 5, but since we found more than 5, we wanted to share them all with you. So first, we have this. I know last week we talked about not self-promoting, but since this is something that we are all personally involved with, we would like to share it with you. So the three of us and Bianca and Mayor Pai, who guested here, and Dr. Brian Lim, syempre love your own, di ba?
Pala ng guest
We are in a group called the Global Shapers, and this is a community organized in hubs in cities around the world. So we're the Manila Hub. And we have collaborated to create this initiative called Shape PH. And we are organizing relief efforts for Northern Cebu and Northern Palawan. And you can drop off these items, you can see them here, from
Galing. May
today.
ganun-ganun. Kahit green screen talaga yung nasa likod.
From November 12 to 14 at the
Manila
Manila
Golf
Golf Club, and we will be sending them and distributing them personally to the communities that we work with. So
What I really liked about this initiative is that it actually just started in a WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Right? Just asking all the shapers have this WhatsApp group, and parang people were just saying, what can we do?
As a group.
Yeah, as a group. And people just started rattling off suggestions, and then you have Pai who has access to transportation and then like to a venue. So I think a lesson that could be learned from here is that just talking about something can actually lead to something. And it's just a matter of really having important discussions like this, especially in a time of crisis, right?
Another lesson would be level up your talk. Instead of just talking about it, do
Yeah.
something about it.
Okay, next. This is called Bundles of Joy, and actually this is expanded to Letters of Hope and Bundles of Joy. So my friend Esperanza, who's in the States,
What a beautiful name.
I know.
her name actually stands for Hope.
Hope,
and my other
Spanish.
friend, Anya, whose other name is Joy, so her name is Joy Anya Lim. So we have Letters of Hope and Bundles of Joy. They've collaborated. They don't know each other, but they were connected through me and my friend, and they put this effort together. So Letters of Hope, on the one hand, because so many people are giving material goods, which is what Anya is focusing on. So these bundles of joy ask for very specific things. So for example, two banigs of vitamin C, 1 banig of paracetamol, 2 candles, 1 matchbox. Tama ba? Oo.
Yeah.
Yan. And then the letter of hope is on a post-it that will be put on the bundle of joy so that when the survivors receive them, they'll receive a letter along with the bundle of joy. And we've opened up the letters of joy to the whole world. And, you know, we've been receiving letters from Nigeria, from Brazil, from the US. And these are people who have spent time in the Philippines. You know, their letters are like, I spent 2 weeks living in the taking a vacation in the Philippines. Thank you for your warm hospitality, and our prayers are with you, etc., etc. And it's really such a heartwarming thing to read all these letters. And the next slide is
Samples of the letters.
samples of the letters. These are the handwritten ones because we also have those electronic ones that are being sent. And these are in Bisaya. One of them, the one, okay, I don't know the orientation. But anyway, one of them says, you know, like, there's a reason why you are alive, why God let you live. Don't lose hope because we're not leaving you behind.
Wow.
And these are all so many
so
different
nice.
messages. You know, there are messages saying, be strong. There are some messages saying, we're all Filipinos, we're not gonna leave anybody behind. And so,
Some would think that these are not as important as water. And you know what? The mga, it will come in phases. So ngayon, until maybe the next few months, we're in the rescue phase. We don't even know the scope of the damage really that's been done. So for sure, that dun tayo sa basics magfo-focus. But somehow you have to rehabilitate the heart.
yes.
Or else people will not be able to really move on from trauma. And one of the things that we'll also be doing is post-trauma coaching, which is similar to the bundles of hope, pero more of
Personal.
yeah. So we're this is a wonderful initiative, and kung hindi pansinin ng makakatanggap, edi wag. Pero paano kung pansinin niya? And paano kung ito yung hinahanap niyang source of encouragement? So thanks to
Just
Letters of Hope for that.
a related anecdote. Today, this afternoon, I was with a girl who grew up in an evacuation center in Mindanao because she was living in a conflict area and she had to be evacuated. And this girl grew up to become an awarded social worker, not just locally but internationally also. And what she said today is that people forget that the impact of a calamity or being in a conflict area makes you lose hope, right? Makes you lose hope in humanity, makes you lose hope in the selflessness and the ability of other people to love and to give. And she said what inspired her to be a social worker is hearing words of encouragement from other people, and that was what inspired her to say, you know what, I'm not gonna allow myself to be a victim. I'm gonna help others rise above this. So I think this is such a good project.
Words are really so powerful, thus be responsible with what you say.
Just to reiterate
Back to
that
you.
point.
Okay, next.
Okay, sorry, I'm not sure if you can read it well, but I was very touched by the outpouring support and messages of concern that I personally get, and I know that you guys also got from our friends from all over the world. And I posted I used this particular post because this is a guy from Hong Kong, and what he was saying was that I know that politically right now things are a bit sensitive between the Philippines and Hong Kong, but you know what, we don't care. Because what we're about is we're here to help you, and so tell us what you need. Tell us how we can be of help. So for me, that's just so nice because there's sometimes like things like if there's anything good that comes out of this is that there are things that are just too petty.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying that the issue between Philippines and Hong Kong is petty.
I know, parang kinabahan ako. Feeling ko makakatanggap kami ng mga petty.
Sa Twitter.
That's why clarify niya agad.
I'm not saying that is petty because I think that's the relationship between two countries and how they also suffer the loss
And lives were lost as well.
Correct. But then what I'm just saying is that they're willing to set it aside because they know right now there are more important things, and that is to help the people who are in need.
And on that same note, the Global Shapers Hong Kong hub are also mobilizing efforts for the Philippines. So if two countries are able to put politics aside, I think local governments should too. But that's a separate
separate
altogether.
season.
Separate season. So we can even put a whole show on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, next.
Air 21.
Air 21. So everyone, somehow, siguro in Manila, because we have more access to internet and we didn't really experience much of Yolanda's wrath, people have been trying to organize their individual drives or their collective drives, pero parating problema yung how to get the things from one place to the other. So it was just so brilliant and generous of Air 21. I don't know anyone from Air 21. We just saw this online. And ang galing lang na pipick upin nila yung goods mo mula sa bahay mo. Kasi maraming
So at your doorstep talaga, they're willing to
I
do
believe
it.
so, oo. Gusto nga magpadala ng ano eh. Dala ko lang. Personal padala.
Take advantage.
Oo. Dala ko lang yun, oo. So, yeah, that's a great use of corporate resources. I know AirAsia is also offering flights to NGO workers or volunteers who would be wanting to help out in the affected areas. Globe has set up libreng tawag in areas, other telcos as well. And a lot of the corporations talaga, nagpo-pour out sila ng efforts. Like what you said, we can agree to set aside our personal interests or corporate interests for the moment because in the end, these are lives we are helping. Yun. Kaya ko pang mag-go-on eh. Pero sige.
Pero yun na lang.
Oo.
Next.
Okay, this naman is the Google Person Finder. And for me, this is such an important initiative because like right now, some of my staff, they still haven't heard from their family members in Tacloban. And
Like thousands of other people.
like thousands of other people, and
In the Philippines and all
every
over the
day
world.
she asks me for help. She asks me to log online and to try to see if lumabas na yung pangalan ng family niya sa Google Finder, which is like very emotional.
Ako rin, iyak na naman ako eh.
But I think that's such an important effort because you have people crowdsourcing information. So what you do is you either log on to try to see if you're looking for somebody or if you have information about somebody, and it's crowdsourced. So you can just log on and just tell them, okay, we found this person is safe, this person is so and so. Or for others naman, yun nga, it's a way for them to really look for their family members whom they haven't heard from yet. And I think that as much as possible, especially for the volunteers who went there and who came back and have access to the internet, I think it's really important that we work together so that we can work on this one document and just catalog everybody. So that, kasi I think the worst thing for somebody to feel is yung waiting period na you don't know what happened na to your relative, right? So this will really definitely make things more efficient in terms of tracking people.
This morning, I also found an article of GMA, and they posted handwritten notes from people in Tacloban. I think it was
Yeah.
Jiggy Manikad who, it was just torn paper or paper plates or whatever, and then some of the notes were buhay kami, and then number and name.
Oh
And then
my
I saw one that said, Kuya, patay na si Mama at si Papa. And I was like, okay. But yun naman, they took photos of it
And
and
then
then uploaded it.
Where? In the GMA?
In GMA, in the
That's
website. So
amazing.
GMA News. So,
Chari Villa of ABS-CBN has been posting. Sabi niya, I'm really sorry for the faint-hearted na kailangan kong gawin to. Pero kasi she's there in Tacloban right now. And people that she see and who see her with a phone all ask her to film them and then upload it anywhere.
Oh my God.
And they're just also call-outs.
yeah.
So thank you for the hearts of these volunteers talaga who
Yes.
are there right now.
next.
Bago kami umiyak yung next.
Oh, bago kami mag-iyakan dito, kailangan na
Alright, sorry. Can you please zoom this? Just so, alright. So, for me, this is the best tweet ever. So, JJ Yulo is one of the people helping out with the Santuario efforts. And this happened last Sunday. I think this was last Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. When he posted, no colors, no affiliations, no I was here first. One nation, one country, one Filipino. And I think that this is a reminder because some people are saying na, oh, I've been doing relief efforts for a long time, ngayon ka lang nakikisali. So parang hindi ka legitimate. I think now's not the time, diba, to claim first or to claim to be the best because it's not about that. Really, it's about multiplying our efforts and trying to find ways. This is, I guess, related to Shelly's comment about being responsible with information or what you send out there. I think it was very good that JJ called it out and said, you know what, just stop that infighting, stop trying to be...
Sabihin ko sana meron ba, what a useless question. Okay, go.
Yung mga infighting, yeah, it's always common. Kasi syempre, I mean, people always want the spotlight. And while a lot of people are doing this selflessly, some people are also doing relief efforts to feel good about themselves. For me, I don't care what your intentions are, because if you're doing relief efforts and it's actually helping people, I'd rather take that than someone who's not doing anything, right? Although, if you're doing this to feel good about yourself, don't naman create wreak havoc by
discrediting other people's efforts.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Rocked is having a call. Had a call for donations. Has an ongoing call for donations for clean underwear. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. A lot of the clothes that we are giving out there at the moment are our used clothes. Meron nang nag-post na, please naman, wag niyong isipin na ito yung panahon para maglinis kayo ng closet. If you're going to give something, make sure it's usable. Wearable. And some have even...
At saka wag naman Halloween costume.
Oo, wag yung mga prom dress.
Wedding dress. Ganyan.
There are some efforts where you can donate those.
Yeah, like change clothes. You can donate your Halloween costumes or
Mooney,
your,
PH.
Yeah.
Mooney.com.ph. They will resell your clothes. To those who will be able to wear it here, possibly in the next Halloween. Pero yung idodonate, yun nga, dahil madalas luma, paano yung underwear? So, Rocked has taken the initiative to collect clean underwear.
Specifically, clean, new underwear.
Among many others, pero meron silang sariling, sariling...
drive for the clean underwear.
And this one, so every year there are climate change negotiations that happen. It's called the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. And I had the good fortune of being part of the Philippine delegation in 2010 in Mexico. So essentially, it's like heads of delegations from 100 plus countries, or I think even 200 plus countries, negotiating what their commitments are to mitigate climate change. And it's been very controversial because, we've been talking for almost 2 decades, and, not much has happened because big countries like China and the US, who are the biggest carbon emitters, don't really pledge to decrease their emissions so much. But anyway, I saw this photo, and the youth from all over the world had a photo taken just to show us that they're doing their part to stand up for the youth of the Philippines that are suffering from the effects of Typhoon Yolanda. So the hashtag that they're using is #WeStandWithYou. And they have different initiatives and events there that they're trying to put pressure on their government leaders to commit to a better outcome for this year because of what happened. So I think that's it. And when we return...
That's it for now.
So siguro na-overwhelmed kayo, no? But...
Ang dami pa. Actually, kami yung na-overwhelm, and this is a good kind of overwhelm. Sobrang dami, there is no excuse for you to not help.
In any way. If you don't have material things to give, and not everyone does, and that's okay.
DSWD is looking for volunteers, more specifically graveyard shift. Pinagsama ko yung graveyard shift. Graveyard shift volunteers sa NROC, dun sa main nila. Google nyo lang yan, mahahanap nyo. So kung may panahon kayo sa gabi, imbes na dinner out, or diba, have a different kind of gimmick with your friends, they need volunteers.
And then you can also write letters, as what we said earlier. So when we return, we're going to be talking. We don't have a physical guest right now because we really don't want to take people away from the great work that they're doing. So we're going to be talking to 2 people who have 2 different initiatives using their businesses for social change, specifically for Yolanda. So see you in a bit.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free, and for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up, because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. For those people with Apple mobile devices, first you need to download the podcast app. Once you download the podcast app, open it. You should be taken to the featured page. Now, you look for the store button. Hit the store button, and after doing that, hit the search button. Put your cursor on it and type New Media Factory. All our shows should automatically appear. Pick your favorite or favorites, open it, and hit subscribe. And that's it, you're done. Congratulations and welcome to the New Media Factory family.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but
What's like?
have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny, and you keep putting it in your mouth, and you keep saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay,
Whoever
let's
can
do
fit
it.
the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, okay ka na ba? And you're gonna be like, okay na.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
2 at a time.
Alright, I'll learn to do this time. Okay ka na ba? What?
Okay na. I'm just sorry.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na.
Okay. No, that's disgusting.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Now we're gonna show you guys the new beta that just came out yesterday. Is God of War Ascension, the private beta
For
And
PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus.
Let's watch it, right? It's not. It's Enrique playing already.
Yes.
Yep. There you go. And perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Well, before that, I was kicking ass.
So go with the theme of the show, how not to play.
It's Robot Rice and Friends with Alfonso Martinez, Mickey Han, and Nigel Zalameo. Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. Only here on The Factory.
Hi, we're back, and on the phone we have Jackie Tan from Suela's Shoes. Jackie?
Hi.
Ayan, hi! Hi, it's Anna.
Shelly and everyone.
Hello, I'm Lynn.
Jackie, this is Lynn. Lynn, this is Jackie.
Hi, Lynn.
Okay, so Suelas is a local company that produces foldable shoes. And
Yes.
Shelly and I are both wearing our Suelas, so we're putting up our
Yay,
shoes.
Thank you
our
for
feet now.
supporting us.
Could you tell us about the one-for-one effort that Suelas is doing?
Yeah, we initially wanted kasi to give part of the profits, like a percentage of sales to the victims. But then we realized na baka there are a lot of bigger companies who can do that na. And then if we do donate mga 10-20%, it won't be as significant. So we saw this report that people in Leyte also needed slippers. So we were thinking siguro shoes would be okay rin to give. Kaya we came up with this campaign that for every pair that the customer purchases, we donate a pair to the victim.
That's a really great effort and an example of how even small businesses, not necessarily huge corporations, can
That's right.
can
Make an
mobilize and use their own resources to make an impact for the communities.
Yeah, so we were thinking na since we already had that kind of resource, then better utilize that na.
Okay.
So yun, hopefully it will be able to help. But I know it's just a little, pero hopefully
It's not a little.
It's not a little.
at all.
How are you choosing your communities, Jackie?
Shock, sorry, I can't hear you well.
How are you choosing your communities? Like how are you choosing the communities you're gonna give your shoes to?
Okay. We have to stock since we have branches in Cebu and CBO. Then we were thinking of parang deploying it straight there na.
You're right.
So
you're right.
for CBO, we're gonna force it through Centrio Mall because they also have the relief operations there. So they're gonna force it through Red Cross naman.
Okay.
And then for Cebu, my best friend actually is Anya Lim. She's doing a Release PH Bundle of Joy with
Yes, we talked
Anna.
about it earlier.
Yeah.
This is your best friend's episode, eh.
Yeah, we're gonna send it to Cebu, and then we'll give them some, siguro a box, and then we have friends lang talaga asking for more donations. So we have a friend who's from Ormoc, so we're gonna give a box to them. And then my tita naman is from Bantayan, so we're also gonna give a box to them. So it's no one beneficiary
Community,
talaga, at
right.
least ma-disseminate lahat to different communities.
Okay, you know what? This morning I read an article, things you shouldn't give during a calamity, and one of them was old shoes. Kasi nga they're not really
Oo nga
wearable,
naman.
plus they're smelly and whatever. So I think this is a really, really good initiative.
And also, I
yeah.
know that Suelas is locally made, isn't it?
Yes,
So-
it's made here lang.
Right. So feeling, well, kumbaga, I think you've also found an efficient way for the makers of your shoes to be of help
Yes.
to those who
Yeah.
were affected. So I think it's really, really wonderful.
Actually, they were very happy to hear about it kasi, of course, parang they're also, siguro, part of the less fortunate rin na they need talaga work. So when they heard about it, they were so happy. That will give them more work naman to do.
Okay, and then just in case our viewers want to buy Suela shoes, how can they purchase them? And are there specific designs that they should buy?
No, whatever naman is available now, they can purchase that. And then if lang naubos our stocks for donation, then we're thinking of siguro buying na lang slippers just so we can donate something.
Right. Okay, and until
Yeah.
when is this
Campaign.
This campaign, yeah?
Sorry?
Until when is the
Campaign
promo or
promo.
campaign?
Shucks, I can't hear you well.
Until when?
I think it's for the whole of November. If I may answer on her behalf. Am I correct, Jackie? It's for the whole of November?
Yes, but actually, we're gonna discuss about it because we like the response, and then at least we can give back rin. So eventually, and hopefully, we'll be able to make it permanent na.
Wow!
It's gonna
I just got
be
goosebumps.
for the Yolanda victims, but hopefully for
Galing
different
naman.
communities around the Philippines talaga. But siguro, we're thinking na we'll develop the slippers na lang to give away rather than having the closed shoes na because sizing might be a problem, and then we'll be limited with giving it to just women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for joining us,
Yes.
Jackie.
Bless your heart and all of your
so
teammates. Thanks,
So if you
Jackie.
want to purchase Suela shoes, it's www.suelasonline.com.
Yes.
Thank you, Jackie. Ay, wala na siya. Okay. Okay, naiyak ako ulit.
Most of my shoes are from Suelas. I don't buy a lot of shoes, but I make sure that I buy from local suppliers as
Yeah.
much as possible.
Because
wala lang.
it's a big help in itself.
It is, and they're really good stuff. I mean, why buy elsewhere?
Yeah, and they also, it's a social enterprise in a way that it employs local communities.
Totoo.
It uses local materials. So by purchasing these shoes, you're not only helping Yolanda victims, but you're helping the Philippine economy
Stimulate
and our
the
own
economy.
people. Yeah. So we have another phone call. Okay, soon. In the meantime.
Ang galing. Okay, she's
Okay.
there. Oh, ang bilis.
Hello?
Hi, Paula.
Hi.
Hi, this is Shelly, and with me are Anna and Lynn.
Hi.
Hi.
We'd like to ask you a bit more about your initiatives for Mommy Treats. Oh, if I can just introduce Paula. Paula makes lactation cookies.
Wow!
Ang galing,
What are
diba?
lactation cookies?
Okay, Paula,
Yes,
what
I
are
do.
lactation cookies?
Lactation cookies are snacks that help increase their milk supply. So not only lactation cookies, I also have brownies and muffins and cupcakes.
That's right. Sorry, nag-focus.
Natural ingredients. They're non-pharmaceutical that naturally help you with your lactation. So hopefully it increases your milk supply.
Perfect for
Nap-
Shelly in the future.
Nag-focus ako sa cookies kasi yun yung gusto ko. So can you tell us more about your initiative for Yolanda?
Okay. For Yolanda is I'm helping out moms who want to donate their breast milk, but they don't have either their time or they don't have transportation to get their milk to pasteurization facilities. These facilities are P3H, Human Milk Bank, and CCMC. I know people are busy. I always have someone who delivers my treats for me. I might as well dedicate a full day to for them to deliver milk from mom to these centers. Could ship them out to Macloban and Northern Cebu and Palawan and all of the survivors of the lander.
Okay, thanks, Paula. I'm just going to do a quick recap of what I think it is that you said because the line is a bit choppy.
No problem.
Paula is helping coordinate the pickup and delivery of breast milk donations from all over Metro Manila.
Wow.
Kasi nga naman, so really, you can find ways to help. It doesn't have to be from your own pocket or from your own boobies. Diba? You can coordinate it. And this is exactly what she's doing. So she's a very active, tama ba? You're a very active mother in the breastfeeding community. And
Yes.
one of the things that are lacking during calamities are food for infants for 1 to 2 years old. And nagiging tendency niyan is ibibigay na lang kung ano yung meron. Hindi ka naman pwedeng magbigay ng, 'di ba, tubig asin sa bata or sa adult for that matter.
And since in a lot of these communities, there's also a shortage of clean water.
Yes.
Because some are saying, why not just donate powdered milk?
Oo.
But then you can't prepare powdered milk.
Correct, oo.
Well, breastfeeding is definitely better for your baby, right?
Best for your baby. But if, kunyari, the option that is out there is for infant formula, pag walang malinis na tubig, huwag niyo pong ibibigay dahil malalason lang yan lalo.
Yeah.
Okay, Paula, how can people donate or help what you're doing?
Basically, they should just text me their name, their full address, and the amount of breast milk that they want to donate. My number is 0917 3432, and I will send some.
Okay, we're losing.
Okay, she will send someone to pick up she will be receiving your messages and she will send someone to pick up your breast milk. She will also be taking care of making sure that everything is packaged correctly. If you'd like to know more about Paula and her
Initiatives
and her services also, you can log on to mommytreats.com.ph. Did I get that correct? Is the website correct?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you,
very
Paula.
much. And
Thank you so much for having me.
And we hope that everything goes well. And if there's any, we'll be flashing your number in a while. So we hope that mothers call.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I hope so too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, just to recap, Paula's number is 0917-792-3432.
If you're following us on Twitter, we'll be tweeting this number as well, just so that you don't need to rush and get pens right now.
And actually, just to recap, if you guys have any relief goods that you'd like to donate and you're not sure where to give it, the Global Shapers, wherein Anna, Shelly, and myself are all and Bianca are all members of, are going to start packing relief operations which will go to Northern Palawan and Northern Cebu starting on Thursday. But you can now drop off all your donations at Manila Golf in Harvard Road in Forbes. Along McKinley. So you can just donate it, just say it's for Global Shapers PH, and for sure, we have partners on the ground, including Anna, who will be personally distributing your relief efforts to ensure that it goes to the people who need it the most.
If the drop-off point is a place that is not convenient for you, please just send any of us a message and we'll try to find ways to get your goods.
Definitely.
And so we will end with that. We hope that we have shared initiatives that you can participate in. And if there are any initiatives that you want to share with us that we can post on our personal networks, just tweet us. You see our names there. And you can also tweet the NMF Coffee Break Twitter. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Have a meaningful week, everyone.